Hey ladies, hey, Andrea here, your personal wellness connector. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you all about my travel protocol. As you know, I'm on the road a lot. When I'm on the road, I have a handful of supplements that I always take with me for good reasons. And that is what keeps me going energetically. It keeps my digestion tract working. It keeps my gut healed from whatever I'm going to be consuming and so much more. A lot of you have reached out asking, what do you take for travel? How do you keep your immune system healthy? How do you keep your gut healthy? What do you do for your energy, for jet lag, and so on and so forth? Today, we are talking about that travel protocol. I cannot wait to share my tips and tricks with you. Whether you're on the road for 2 days or you're on the road for a week, these are some staples that have helped me being on the road, making sure that I don't get sick. Those of you who know me know that I used to get sick all the time. This was one of these things where I consider myself to be healthy, but for some reason I got sick quite often, especially around my throat. And then for a very long time, I was a bartender, so I was talking loudly all the time. Oh my God, my throat was just on fire. I had this man voice like this the next day. And this happens to me during travel, depending on where you're going. You might be in a loud bar or restaurant or getting hit with toxins all over you. Think about when you're on the plane and what actually happened. The air that you're breathing, especially the time that we are in now, unfortunately. I wanted to bring these protocols to you and can't wait to share my favorite one. Let's get right to it. The first thing is, let's talk about your immunity. You might be around different toxins, bacteria, people you're not exposed to, maybe animals, I don't know, maybe you're going on a wild safari. First and foremost, what I love to use is a product called Cyto Detox. So Cyto Detox is actually a zeolite clinoptilolite. It's a binder. It's a true binder. This is one of my favorite products from Revelation Health, a dear partner of mine. It's basically like a honeycomb structure. And what it does is when you take it, it binds to heavy metals and toxins in your body. This is actually a big part of a huge heavy metal detox that we do. But when taken on its own, consistently, whether you're taking it every day, during travel, I try to take it every day. I'm surrounded by toxins. I'm surrounded maybe by heavy metals, depending on, you don't know what you're drinking, what you're eating, what you're breathing in on your trip. These clinoptilolite fragments, what they do is they bind to these toxins and heavy metals in your body, environmental toxins as well, and make sure that you excrete them out. I love taking this, and we'll note it below, before I get on the plane, while I'm on the plane, and pretty much the whole time while I'm traveling. Anywhere from 1 to 3 doses a day is ideal. It's very easy to use, and it's got a dropper. Put it underneath your tongue, and it allows me to feel safe, where I know that I'm binding to the toxins that are overwhelming my body on my trip, from the food that I'm eating, air that I'm breathing, water that I'm drinking, and actually secreting them, holding tightly enough and secreting them out of my body. That's my number one. My number two, since we're kind of talking about the body and immunity, is Cyto Defense. Also one of my top products from True Cellular Formulas. This is an immune support product. It's a really small bottle, but it's really concentrated. And what this has is vitamin C, it has zinc, it has different immune extract blend of elderberry fluid, echinacea, astragalus, ginkgo biloba, and all of this amazing stuff. Don't laugh about how I pronounce some of my blends, proprietary blends. But this is amazing because it's kind of an all-in-one. Instead of me taking vitamin C with me and taking zinc with me and maybe taking some echinacea with me, which we all know has really amazing properties for your immune system, I just take this. It's a super small bottle. It's very concentrated, so I know it's upregulating my immune system as I travel. The third thing would be a throat spray. And this might be more me than anyone else because, like I said, my throat just gets inflamed, my tonsils, when I talk too much or strain my voice. I'm just very sensitive in this area. When I'm traveling, talking a lot, when I go to conferences, all I do is talk to people all day. This right here, it's a natural propolis throat spray, and it just keeps my throat moist. It has bee propolis in here and then a few of other ingredients. There are very clean company. They also have different things like honeys, and they have them in small jars. So you actually, if you drink a lot of tea, if I wanted to take it a step further and I'm drinking tea on the go, I would take their honey. Some of them has even and CBD in it, and I could actually put that in my tea and take that with me as I travel to coat my throat. But this has been working wonders for me. Just a couple of sprays during my trips has helped me tremendously with my voice. Those were my kind of like detox and immunity support formulas. The next thing I want to talk about is my digestion. This is huge. All of you ladies that are suffering from not digesting your food, maybe bloating, things of that nature. I don't know about you, but when I go on a trip, I'm a little bit looser with what I eat. If I don't usually consume, say, dairy on a daily basis or gluten on a daily basis, but I'm going to travel, I might have some of those things. I want to be able to figure out a way for my body to work with me, not against me, when I consume these foods, and have a little bit of help digesting that. When it comes to my digestion, here are my staples. This is from Systemic Formulas, and we'll make sure to link to everything below so you know exactly how to get them. But NZ would be one of them. This is actually a high potency metabolizing enzyme complex. It's just a really good digestive enzymes. This has amylase, cellulase, protease, and a bunch of other stuff in there like milk thistle, cat's claws, licorice root, and other stuff. It's really good for helping digest pretty much any food that you're eating, from proteins to dairies, carbohydrates, and so on and so forth. You take it right before you eat. 2 tablets. Honestly, it's safe to take before every meal, and that is what I do, especially when I'm traveling. The second one on the digestion list would be Z gluten. So this is also from Systemic Formula, and this is an amazing digestive enzyme specifically to help your body break down gluten, which I know a lot of us are trying not to consume. Or if you are on this health journey, cutting gluten out of your diet completely, or at least for the most part, will be tremendous. It's huge for your success. If you're having it, I don't touch gluten or dairy actually without Z gluten. Z gluten is actually for dairy and for gluten digestion. I don't touch those things without it. It's helped me. It's only 1 capsule before you eat. It's helping tremendously with actually breaking down these foods, especially when traveling. The third, when it comes to your digestion, is Ion. Ion Gut Health. This is a travel bottle, so it's amazing. All you do is squirt a little bit in your mouth. It doesn't really have a good or bad taste. It's neutral. A lot of people ask me about leaky gut. This is one of the top supplements that I use. It closes the tight junctions in your gut. When you're eating things, when you have environmental factors affecting your gut and your digestion, but especially just your gut and your intestine, things like gluten, it's causing your tight junctions to open up. So it's causing these holes in your gut. And then what you're eating could leak through, damaging other parts of your body, hence the term leaky gut. What this does, this super simple supplement, it was created by Zach Bush. Check him out. He's absolutely incredible. One of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. This supplement really helps when you're on the road. Again, you're eating things that you might not normally be eating. I mean, we're all human. Or you're just in another country and a food might have more pesticides or glyphosate. Glyphosate is a big one that you usually consume at home when you're being careful. So this helps protect your gut, close those tight junctions, and really it's such a big staple for me whenever I travel. So the last supplement that I would do around my digestion, and this is kind of more than just digestion, but it's Organifi Pure. I love this drink. You can mix it with cold water, so it's like a good, tasty, lemonade-ish almost, and they have these travel packs, which is awesome. Organifi is always glyphosate free, non-GMO, organic, which is amazing. I love their brand. You've heard me talk about it before, but this is a mental clarity and digestion formula. This actually has different things for your digestion. It has similar ingredients as the other digestive enzymes that I showed you, right? So it just adds on to that when you take this sometime in the middle of the day, morning, whatever you want. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I usually do it in the afternoon. And then it also has these enzymes, digestion blends, and cognitive blend. It actually has organic coconut fruit water powder, organic lion's mane. You've heard about lion's mane and its properties for mental clarity and mental health. It also energizes, and it's great, especially during like that beginning parts of your travel, when it comes to jet lag. One of my staples as well. Next one is my adrenals. I don't know about you, but my adrenals are very, very sensitive. Your adrenals sit on top of your kidneys, right? So you could feel them. You take your fist and you kind of right in the back above your rib cage. And you could even massage them. I don't know who I was interviewing with. It might have been Jodie Cohen. And she said to kind of, I'm not sure if it was her, but to put your wrist right there where your kidneys and adrenals are, and you could kind of pulse and massage them, so it kind of wakes them up. When you travel, it puts a lot of, your adrenals are producing cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and when you're traveling, your cortisol, naturally your body is in a more stressful state, so your adrenals sometimes are working overtime. And the last thing that you want to do is really tire out your adrenal, especially if you're a woman going through adrenal fatigue, which so many of us are. For my adrenals, what I love is, again, systemic formula, adrenal supplement. I take, the serving is 1 to 2 capsules. I take 2 in the morning and 2 in the early afternoon around noon, and it just keeps my adrenals healthy while I travel. And then another solution, you could do both or just one, would be, speaking of Jodie Cohen, and Vibrant Blue Oils, which I absolutely love. She has a adrenal essential oil, all organic as well. All you do is put it on your finger and put it on your adrenals in that location that I told you about. And I do this in the morning or in the afternoon, and it just helps support your adrenal glands while you're traveling, which is super important. Other 3, what am I missing? Some other supplement is Paleo Valley's organic super greens. Now remember, don't have to do all of these. Think about the issues you're having when you're traveling. Is it usually your digestion? Is it that you get constipated? Oh my gosh, that is such a huge issue when people travel. Is it more, again, like your digestion or your gut? Is it having trouble falling asleep? Is it you don't eat so well, so you're missing greens in your diet? You don't have to buy all of these. If you're crazy like me, then you do, but at least some of them, whatever you think will help you the most. So the Super Greens Paleo Valley powder, I like it because it's in this small bag. It's neutral tasting. It's definitely one of the best green juices, powders I've ever tasted. It's got a ton of organic superfood complexes in there, antioxidants, prebiotic fiber as well, enzyme complex. I mean, there's enzymes and everything. This is beautiful when you're traveling. And it's just so easy and quick to take. I know it will give me the vegetable servings of the day I'm supposed to consume if I know that I might not be consuming as much healthy food or superfoods as I should be on a daily basis when I travel. That's another staple. And this is just like random things here. No specific category. Another one is Peak Tea. I did a product review on Peak Tea that you could go and check out. It's an amazing tea. The great thing is you could have it hot or cold. I was just in Mexico. It was such a great tea to put into some water and ice and shake it up and have an amazing mold-free, toxin-free tea to drink throughout the day that's actually good for you. Another one is Jodie's Vibrant Blue Oils Parasympathetic Blend. This bottle's a little old, so you can't see it, but if you're anything like me, you're in a stressful state a lot and you have to pay attention and just pretty much chill. If you're a busy woman, you're overwhelmed, you have a gazillion things going on. When you travel, if you're traveling with your family, you're all over the place. I'm like, is this work? Is this a vacation? What am I doing here? The Parasympathetic Blend Oil, it's super easy to use. Same thing. You put it right behind your ears. I like to smell it. Take a few deep breaths, and it really just puts you in a parasympathetic state where you're just resting and you're enjoying the vacation or the travel that you are going on. Himalayan salt. As you know, most restaurants have crappy table salt, which has no nutritional value whatsoever. I want you to replace that with a really, really good quality salt, such as this one. This is non-GMO. It's Himalayan pink salt. I have this little shaker. I literally have this in my bag all the time. When I go to a restaurant, even at home, but especially when I travel, I could put this on my food. This is also great if you're feeling dehydrated. Most likely, make sure to check out my interview with Barton Scott from Upgraded Formulas. When we talk about electrolytes, our educational interview, most of us are so deficient in sodium and we have no idea. So this is a great way to get your sodium intake in. If you're having headaches, you're most likely dehydrated. Even adding a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon to a cup of water and chugging it while on vacation could truly help you get through that brain fog and through that headache as well. That's that, super random. Now, this is one of my top 3. If all else fails, I will give you my top 3 if that is all that you could get. It's Fast Tonic. What Fast Tonic does is it's a molecular hydrogen. A lot of you do have hydrogen waters at home. Hydrogen devices are amazing. They could be a little bit costly. These are tablets from True Cellular Formulas, clean, non-toxic. You drop this in water, it dissolves, and you chug it. This is a must before getting on a plane, while being on a plane, and then throughout your travel. But I especially make sure to take it before and on the plane. It'll hydrate your body, it'll hydrate your cells. And we all know we're supposed to be drinking water and hydrating when we are in high altitude. And a little tip, if you're drinking a lot of boozies on vacation, make sure you take this before you go to sleep, and in the morning it'll really help with your hangover. Last but not least, it's before you go to sleep. A lot of you might have trouble sleeping at night when you're traveling in hotel rooms, and some of you might have trouble pooping in the morning when you're traveling. So these 3 supplements will actually address all of those things. Let's talk about before going to sleep. Barton Scott upgraded magnesium. Make sure you check out my interview with Barton about the actual magnesium and why it's such high quality and why it's so important for all of us to take. This will help you sleep like a baby. All of us, most of us at least, are deficient in magnesium. And not only that, magnesium is important for, Barton said, over 800 things in our bodies. However, it's so crucial for good sleep. So especially when you're traveling, if you're lacking quality sleep, magnesium is amazing to take before you go to sleep. The second supplement before you go to sleep is True Carbon Cleanse from True Cellular Formulas. You see me recommending certain brands over and over again, and that is because they have been tested for cleanliness and purity, and they are just absolutely incredible after my journey of trying out all the crappy supplements and finally finding the best of the best on the market. So True Carbon Cleanse is actually a gut detoxifier. It's a binder, kind of like Cyto Detox. It'll bind to toxins in your body, but this actually sits in your gut. Cyto Detox is great because it could catch toxins all over your body, past the blood-brain barrier, and then Carbon Cleanse, True Carbon Cleanse sits in your gut as more of a catcher's mitt, and it'll catch everything in your gut and make sure that it's not recirculated throughout your body, but actually exiting your body and you pooping it out, hopefully in the morning, not during the night, because that would suck. True Carbon Cleanse will get rid of your issue for constipation while traveling, but it's also ensuring that the toxins, environmental, heavy metals, whatever you're consuming throughout the day are actually getting binded to and excreted in the morning, which is super important. When traveling, I actually take this in the morning and at night as well. When you're taking True Carbon Cleanse, just super important, and we'll note it below, to take it at least an hour away from any other supplements, because you don't want to take upgraded formulas, take this right after, and then this will bind these nutrients, and there's no point of you taking them. I do this right before I go to bed, and my other supplements an hour before. And then for the last supplement is, again, Jodie Cohen's Vibrant Blue Oil Circadian Rhythm. This is an amazing oil. All you have to do is smell it. It kind of allows your body to come back to center, look at the internal clock, and know when it's time for sleepy. So don't take this in the morning. This is sleepy time. You could smell it. You could put it behind your earlobes. You could put it on the bottom of your feet. And what we love to do is actually put some extra on the fingers and actually massage it on top of your head. And between that and the magnesium, you will sleep like a little baby. I hope this helped. This is really just my travel regimen. If you could see all of these supplements, it's not that much. If you usually don't travel with any supplements, it might seem like a lot, but it's really not that much. I have one pouch. I put them all in there. It keeps my immune system strong. It keeps my body digesting my foods properly. It keeps my gut junctions tight, like I said, closed instead of open. It keeps me moving and catching on to all the toxins that I'm exposed to, water, air, food, emotions even. And it helps me sleep at night and keep my bowel movements the way that I need them to be. This is what I found to be useful and important. We'll have all the links below, and make sure you are subscribing for more videos like this.